What's up, everyone? Some big updates. Sorry I haven't made videos in a few days. Just busy with work and stuff, and honestly, just kind of forgot to. But engine's out. It's chilling here. Uh, Gotta let it hang overnight because I need to run to the hardware store and get some bolts for the engine rack back there because the transmission bolts are too short. But yeah, it's out. Luckily, it didn't break anything. Well, I guess the only real casualty I had was a poor little connector on the O2's on this exhaust O2 sensor, whatever the heck it is. Got caught on something and just kind of like exploded, and its pieces are over there on the floor. But that shouldn't be too hard to replace. I'm pretty sure I found a place online that sells them. But yeah, overall, engine's looking pretty good once it's out. Fairly clean on the internal bits. There's the clutch and flywheel. Clutch actually still had some more life on, and it's the original, so it doesn't look like the car was beat on, thankfully. Flywheel out there. I don't know if I have to resurface that, but I don't know, maybe. I'll look into it. Gotta clean up some stuff here too, just because it's been a busy day, obviously. Engine bay, gonna do a lot of cleaning out just so make everything look nice. Yeah, but that's pretty much all up here. Luckily, nothing broke or pulled out. Got everything off pretty easily, so that's a success. Just finally gonna be able to get the turbo out. It's actually probably not a bad thing it seized because that little wastegate here is that thing is rusted shut. So a good thing that the turbo didn't start spooling up when they started the car after 20 years. The plenum actually does have a pop-off valve to prevent any like catastrophic failures, but I mean it's honestly at this point, looking at the turbo and the fact that it blew out oil and stuff, I'm just gonna lean on the replace side. I'm just gonna get like a T3 T4 hybrid. I'm pretty sure I can just find one that bolts straight on, and just either replace the wastegate or try and like refurbish it or something. I don't know exactly how that works, but I'll look into that. But I'm not looking to make any crazy boost or run intercoolers and delete the AC and stuff. I kind of wanted to keep the AC, so I'm just gonna stick with that internal wastegate system and make sure that actually like functions properly. But yeah, so now I mean everything's gonna be super easy. Everything from the timing cover, water pump, that's all like super trivial once the engine's already out the car. But other than that, everything was looking pretty all right. Surprisingly no rust down here except for a little like surface rust spot down there. It's not even close to rusted through, which is lucky. So I'm just gonna basically clean up the engine bay, get rid of any sort of small rust spots I found. Oh yeah, like the battery tray back there is a little bit rusty, but luckily not rusted through either. So yeah, basically just gonna go through the engine bay and just clean everything while it's out because this is the time to do it. I worked a lot on the rust in the back, actually. There's the muffler, and I had to get that out because I'm not sure how well it's going to show up on camera. But yeah, there's a couple rust holes back here on the left side. Sorry, it's dark. Just grab the shop light. Yeah, so under that tar gooey shit after I pulled it up, and yeah, I just used a scraper, and that's why the paint's all scraped up, because I was going to repaint it anyways. This rust down here still needs a little bit of removal. It's a little bit pitted, but luckily I don't think anything made it through. But here, and luckily this didn't rust here either, but there's some rust around that bolt there. Were some rust holes, so basically just going to cut those out and weld some tiny plates in, just kind of tack weld them in. Go over that with some of that Rust-Oleum or like rust preventative undercoat crap that I got in the can, so hopefully that should be good. On this side, yeah, so that's kind of gone. Basically, as I kept going, actually I think I saw the plate over here. this was a plate that came out of it. Yeah, so this was a plate that came out of it. Uh, Pretty much just became Swiss cheese as I kept dissolving the rust, and I'm like, this is just too far gone. So just that's gone. Just gonna weld a thin plate in, just tack weld it in. That's fairly thin metal, so I can't really do like a perfect job on it. Also need to get rid of some of like this, not really bad, but like just rust in here. But that'll probably come after I get the engine and turbo sorted out. But overall, things are looking good. I can finally start making progress after I get the engine good and the turbo replaced. So just about ready to start putting stuff back together, assuming the turbo situation is easy enough, which I think it will be. And that's all. See you guys.